Let's move straight to our next conversation. Political legitimacy is not only earned through elections, but reaffirmed through continued patronage and endorsements. Reflecting this belief, stakeholders and leaders of the Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC, including former governors and party chieftains, have formally endorsed President Bola Tinubu's bid for a second term in office. This show of support is intended to consolidate political backing within Nigeria's commercial capital and signal confidence in his performance and leadership ahead of the 2027 elections. Now let's share this story by TVC News' Solomon Adjuziogu with you.
Just 3 days after the All Progressives Congress APC Lagos State caucuses inaugurated their voter registration mobilization committee, the party converged again for its stakeholders forum. The forum brings together all APC chieftains as they gather for stock-taking and to declare their support for President Bola Tinubu.
Today's meeting will afford us the opportunity to reflect on our performance in the last 2 years, to see how we have fared in our various assignments as the party in power at the federal, state, and local government levels.
Former Governor Akinwumi Ambode made a triumphant reappearance on the political stage with a convivial exchange of pleasantries with chieftains of the APC. If there was ever a doubt about the unity in APC Lagos, this appears to put it to rest.
We are striving to make our party to be the first choice for voters in Nigeria.
At this forum are all the who is who in APC Lagos, former governors, deputy governors, current and past elected representatives at the national and local levels.
So its administration's commitment to workers' welfare is equally reflected in the new minimum national wage. Lagos has continued to move forward with incredible energy and purpose. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our roads and bridges have expanded to ease movement across the metropolis.
If they ask you why we say we are progressives, it is because we are determined to improve the human condition.
This meeting was not just about gyration. It was time for frank talk by the ruling party to take stock and review performance, as well as seek better ways to make impact in governance. The APC stakeholders meeting ended with the unequivocal support and endorsement of President Bola Tinubu to seek a second term in office.
Ní agbára Ọlọ́run, ní agbára gbogbo ẹ̀yin stakeholder yìí náà ló máa tún wọlé lẹ́lẹ́kejì sí. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? APC!
It is hoped that it does not just end as another talk shop, but actionable talk for better governance. Solomon Adjuziogu, TVC News, Lagos.
All right, thank you so much, Solomon. Mayor, let's start this way. How will you describe the massive and unanimous endorsement of the president by the Lagos APC Stakeholders Forum, including former governors and party chieftains?
It is expected.
Expected?
It is expected. That's the way to go because the president is from this state.
Okay.
And it is important for everybody to see that this base is solidly behind him. And I'm impressed that the APC as a party has been able to put themselves together for so long. They've been since 1999, they've been the dominant ruling party in the state. And the cohesion and unity in the party is something that is heartwarming. When you see, when you have an event like that, and all the past governors were present, except Ashwaju or those who were late, and when you see somebody like Ambode, who had issues, that is back in the fold now, and Alanda is likely to play a major role in certain positions in future. And then when you will know that the APC in the state is on firm ground, and the leadership of the governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, is very effective. Moving forward, it is important for them to have done what they did because other stakeholders from other states have been doing this, endorsing the president for second term from different parts of the country. So people will expect.
I was thinking Lagos was going to take the lead.
Yes, but others have been doing that before Lagos joined the bandwagon now. So that's why I said it's expected, because other zones will expect to see this kind of unity and support for the president from his base.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the party unity now. I mean, what does the show of support and endorsement, signify about the party unity with all the stakeholders, especially with former Governor Kyomi Ambode making a beautiful entry, at the event?
Well, we have to know that politics is about interest. And politics is also a game of numbers. A good political party will always attract both those people who have left and those people who are on the fringes and those people who are inside, because you need an average person to push forward. So that this is happening in Lagos State is not surprising. Ambode is probably the only person who could not get a second term through a lot of schemings within the party, on his own part and with the part of the party. But that he's back now, it means that they are trying to build the house. But naturally, like he said, it is not unexpected that Lagos State will come around, they say, begins at home. And look at they did something that was so significant. They put a price tag. That is, if the leading local government that's able to record the highest number of voters in the continuous voters registration, 20 million for local government. For the best local government. For the best local government, 20 million. For the best ward, 5 million. And for the best polling unit, 1 million. This is where they actually wanted people to come out and register and get their card. Mark you, Lagos State has about 22 million people. At least out of those 22 million, 10 million are qualified registered voters. Yes, the onus is now on them to make sure that if they are able to record such a number, they now transmit it to people coming out on election day. So they have just started from the grassroots. It's a game changer what they have done, because a world leader has no reason not to encourage these people to come out and get their voters registration. Because elections are won during voters registration, are won and lost. Don't forget about the election day. If you don't have voters card, you make mouth, you don't get people at the grassroots, you just waste your time. Because it is the grassroots that will determine. It is those people who come out. If people are supporting you, are coming to rally ground, and they have no voters card, they go to transfer their support for you into vote. So the most important thing is vote. And I think Lagos State, we are not likely to experience what we had in 2023 from the way they have.
All right, let's also look at some of the things said at the event, because former Governor Fashola at the event, he raised an issue, when he said that he asked the question that where are our traditional voters? He talked about, he made reference to when he won the election, he said he won it with 1.7 million votes. Yes. But in 2023, it reduced. But do you think the federal ambition actually affected APC?
No, not really.
In Lagos,
because
negatively.
I explained to people, the circumstances in 2023 was quite different. There are certain things that happened in 2023 that affected the votes, especially in the presidential system of government. We had problem of SARS. NSAS.
Okay.
NSAS, the people behind the movement were basically young people. So because of the NSAS problem, a lot of young voters do not want to go with the traditional APC thing. And don't forget the propaganda that was thrown around, especially by IPOB at those times, was that Tinubu was roped into that NSAS problem. If you notice that there are some businesses that were specifically owned by him, that were targeted and all that. So he was roped in part of that. So the feelings, the NSAS thing affected that vote. And then you have to look at the issue of obedience. Because of the issue of obedience and the candidacy of Peter Obi, a lot of non-Yoruba voters, especially from the Southeast and South, went with him and supported Labour Party that he was doing. So a lot of those factors affected the traditional base, because usually in APC in Lagos, they have this mass movement where even the Igbos and the other ethnic groups are also involved. Members of the NURT were also involved, market women and all that. So there is that synergy to be able to cover everybody. But there was division in 2023 because of NSAS, because of obedience movement and all that. So it's going to be a different ballgame in 2027.
But we have the ADC coming up. The coalition, you know, all lots of things.
Look.
No, which coalition?
Let us be practical.
No, which coalition?
The ADC.
Which ADC?
The ADC is coming.
The ADC is the leading light in ADC is Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is not new to politics in Lagos. That's what I'm saying. He's not new to politics in Lagos.
Mention somebody in
so what? And if you think Aregbe, yes,
the Aregbe factor.
Wait, Aregbe used to be a major player in Alimosho through mandates. But over time, his grip on mandate has been removed. So Aregbe does not have the kind of influence he used to have in Alimosho. That is the truth. If you know politics that is on ground in Lagos State, he does not have the kind of hold. At that time, because of his closeness to Asiwaju, he had a strong hold on that. He was the one in charge. He was the apex leader in Alimosho. That is not the case now. So if Aregbe brings ADC to Alimosho, he cannot win. That's the reality on ground.
Okay. Do you think the APC, you know, the federal ambition has affected the APC, you know, negatively in this state?
Federal ambition in what way?
You know, most of it, in 2023, the president was but the local base, because the former governor asked a very, very important question there.
What you have to know is that there are a lot of underlying factors that also affected voters' turnout and voters' behavior. Number two is that there was fuel scarcity, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
You know, when Asiwaju went to Abeokuta, he said, whether you like it or not, let there be fuel. If there's no fuel, we are going to come out and vote. He was very confident.
And the Naira redesign.
Another thing is that the Naira redesign, they practically denied Nigerian access to their money. Because so people who are naturally
hungry with the
voters to come out and vote, they keep on asking questions that why should the ruling party be fighting against itself? Why should the ruling party introduce money, a scheme to change money, currency, in an election year, 2 months to the election, and this governor of Central Bank appears to be the president of Nigeria? So that thing those are the underlying currents that actually prevented people who are natural voters from coming out to vote. They were not encouraged by that thing. And anyway, they have no confidence in the system again, because after some time you have been following somebody, and yet there's a change. As for Aregbe, I doubt it whether he can even command the support he has in Osun, talk less of in Alimosho local government that used to be his base. You know, years even after he left Alimosho, he was still calling the shots in what happens in Alimosho from Osun State. But now that loyalty has changed. So far the loyalty has changed from the main person who brought him to politics. He cannot claim to still have the same leeway. Yes, it is very easy to talk on media, social media, and some other things. Look at the last by-election. What was the performance of the ADC? We were asking of ADC. That was the opportunity for them to show the size of their gun.
Exactly.
But they could not show any gun, talk less of cocking the gun and shoot. So we have to be realistic. Politics is a game of numbers. In 2027, it's not going to be business as usual.
So you think in 2027, the APC is going to, looking at the unity of the party?
I believe that in 2027, we have to concede that because of the difficult situations economically, people are not everybody is happy with this government.
Yes.
We have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that.
Okay.
But you see, the problem is that their anger against this government can be softened in the next 2 years. Things could change, things could get better, that people will say that, oh, this government has performed. That is one. Two, the situation, the anger against the government cannot be as much as it was in 2023. In 2023, the cabal created an environment to make things difficult for Asiwaju. Like you said, there was no money and people were practically suffering. There was no fuel, so people were hungry. But if you notice that when even in the same election that Obi won in 2023, the members of the National Assembly, Labour did not win those positions. APC still won those elections. And then in the governorship election, everybody came and supported Sanwo-Olu second term. You understand?
Yes.
So things are not as difficult as it was in 2023. So, and when you look at the opposition now, they didn't seem to, in fact, it is the APC that can claim to be doing coalition. Because every day, they are getting more people to come to them. ADC, they have not put their house in order. And the way they are going, it will make things much easier for Ashwaju in 2027 than 2023.
And just finally, the ADC said that this issue of everybody going to the APC is a conspiracy to turn the nation into a one-party state. How do you react to this, just in 1 minute?
It is only an illiterate or somebody who is not versed in the workings of the democratic system of government and constitution that will say that somebody is turning Nigeria into a one-party state. Is Nigeria an authoritarian state? No. The capital is capital no. Has anybody come out to decree in the constitution that a one-party state is a state in which no other political party is allowed to come out to say I am a political party?
I mean, this is not China.
This is not China. This is not the former Soviet Union. So this is not North Korea. So that you can say people cannot come out and vote. So nobody decreed. It is the actors themselves that deliberately created the party that was supposed to be the opposition. One would have expected that the PDP, because I still believe that the PDP still stands a chance to be the leading opposition party in Nigeria. But because of ambition, because what actually created PDP was ambition of the leaders of the PDP. They created the party themselves.
Okay, looking at what the APC National Secretary said, he said Nigerians should stop gaslighting the APC, talking about this issue of one-party state.